Talk about slope. Graphing a function from a rule. A function equation is stated as y equals mx plus b, a rule that graphs a straight line. Slope is the steepness of a line. It is a ratio, the change of y, which is your up and your down, over the change of your x from side to side. And the variable m in the function equation stands for slope. So m equals slope, which is always a fraction. This could mean that it's 3, however 3 is a fraction. It stands for 3 over 1, so don't forget you have your denominator. The b in the function equation is your y-intercept. By having these two items, you can write a function equation. So let's look at a couple examples. If I have y equals mx plus b, remember b is your y-intercept, m is your slope. Y-intercept is where it crosses the y-axis. So in this case, the graph crosses your y-axis here. The y value there is a positive 2. And that's what this is representing here. So my y-intercept is 0, 2. Because remember, anywhere on this coordinate point, on this grid, is a coordinate point. Your slope is your steepness of the line. So from going, you want to look for another exact point on the line. For example, this is an exact intercept between the coordinate lines. So to go from the change in y over the change in x, you go up 2. So I'm rising 2, you're going right 1. So my slope is 2 over 1, which is just 2. Remember, if it's a positive number, it's a positive slope. Let's look at example 2. The y-intercept, or where it crosses the y-axis, is at 0, negative 2. Now I'm going to find 2 points that exactly cross the line with the coordinate grid. And in this case, I'm going up 2, left 1. So up 2, which is a positive, left 1, it's a negative 1, giving me negative 2. So remember, a negative number is going to equal to a negative slope. You can tell it's a negative slope or a positive slope by reading the graph from left to right. So left to right, this graph is going down. So this is going to be a negative slope. This one from left to right is going up, so this is a positive slope. Let's try a couple other examples. Y equals 2x plus 5. Remember, if y equals mx plus b, m is your slope, b is your y-intercept. So the coefficient of the x here is 2, so my slope is 2. My constant is 5, so my y-intercept is going to be 0, 5. Problem 2, my coefficient of the x is 2/3, so my slope is 2/3. or my constant is a -6. So 0, -6 is going to be my y-intercept. Problem 3, my coefficient of the x is -3/5. So that's going to be my slope, whereas my y-intercept is my constant. It's a +8. So I need to put that in coordinate form to be 0, 8. Pause the video, finish the page, and then check your answers. Check your answers with the following problems. Let your teacher know if you have any questions. Let's talk about graphing from the equation. Let's say you're given the function equation y equals 3x minus 4. Identify the slope, which is your m, or your coefficient to the x, and your y-intercept, which is b, or your constant, in the function equation. So in this example, 3 is your slope, 0, -4 is your y-intercept. Begin with the y-intercept, then move your slope. So I'm going to begin at 0, -4, and then I'm going to use my slope. Remember, slope is always a fraction, so this is 3/1. So you want to rise 3, run 1. So 1, 2, 3, up, 1 to the right. And I can keep doing this as many times as I want. And that creates your graph. Let's try a few examples. My slope is my coefficient to my x, which is 2/3. b is -4, which is my constant. Sorry, 0, -4. I'm going to start at my coordinate point of 0, -4. And then I'm going to rise 2. And I'm going to run 3 to the right. They are both positive, so they both will be up and then right. You want to go until you run out of room. You just need 2 or 3 points to be able to figure out your graph. Problem 17, y equals 2x minus 2. Your slope is the coefficient of your x. Your y-intercept is your constant of -2. Make sure it's in a coordinate point form. So I'm going to start at my y-intercept of 0, -2. And again, if my slope is just a whole number, let's make it into a fraction by putting a 1 in the denominator. So I'm going to rise 2, run 1 to the right. So up 2, right 1, up 2, right 1. Number 18, y equals -1/4x plus 3. My slope is the -1/4, or my y-intercept is 0, 3. Start at your y-intercept, which is at 0, 3. Then you're going to go down 1, right 4. Down 1, right 4. You could also, -1/4 is also equivalent to +1/-4. So I can go up 1, left 4. That will be one in the same. Create your graph. Make sure you have the arrows on the end.